Is KD a luxury at this point or a necessity?
He's a luxury now. He would be a necessity, in my opinion, against Milwaukee. You know, I'm still not going to jump off that bandwagon, even though what I've seen from the Warriors has been incredibly impressive. And I can't say enough about Draymond Green. Lord have mercy. What a series he's having. And, of course, Steph Curry. But the bottom line is this. You don't need KD against Portland, and the Warriors know it. So he's definitely a luxury. The engine that stirs everything for them is Damian Lillard and and C.J. McCollum.
Yeah.
Well, what has happened is that who are you going against? You're going up against Steph and Clay. That's strike number one. Strike number two, Damian Lillard is not 100%. He's got that rib issue. He doesn't want to use it as an excuse, but we saw him get hurt in game two, and we saw what happened there. So it is what it is. And then Nurkic is out, and obviously, Enes Kanter is a bit compromised with that left shoulder that's been ailing him and what have you. And you got to use young dudes on your front line going up against a guy like Draymond Green who just knows how to play the game of basketball. So I would say that KD is a luxury more so than a necessity. Now, come the finals, ask me that question again.
Okay.
He's a luxury, period, and he'd be a luxury in the finals. And that doesn't mean they wouldn't be underdogs. I think they're underdogs in the finals. I'll pick the Bucks to beat them in the finals if Milwaukee's there, even if they have KD. I think the Bucks are better defensively. They shoot the three better, and I think they have the best player on the floor. I believe the Freak is better than KD or Steph. Now, not overall skilled. I'm talking about who's more effective on the court. Now, it is a luxury because I'm glad you brought up Draymond Green. It's a luxury because we are in this new era of sprawl ball, as Kirk Goldsberry, the title of his new book, which is great, by the way. Sprawl ball. Who really revolutionized basketball in this era? Steph Curry. Steph Curry revolutionized the game. Tip of the cap to Mark Jackson, by the way, who allowed him to do it. But the other guy, Clay gets a lot of credit, and Clay's a tremendous player, and Clay's defense, by the way, on Lillard, very underrated this series. Draymond Green is actually the second guy who revolutionized this era. Draymond Green is the guy who allowed them to play 5 out, who made people realize, oh, look at that, you're big. Actually, doesn't have to be a rim defender necessarily. You can swarm to the ball. Draymond Green is Steph Curry's pick-and-roll partner. Big difference when that pick-and-roll partner could not only roll, but can pop outside. Draymond Green's the guy outside of Steph that makes the Golden State Warriors the Golden State Warriors and has created this era in which we now, exist. And that team won a championship before KD got there. Now, I believe if the Cavs were healthy, they wouldn't have won. They lost the next year before KD got there to LeBron in 7 games. They were still a 73-win team, and the bottom line is they did win the first one. So what KD is, you can't say he's a necessity. What KD is, he's made it almost unfair, right? You've stacked the talent so high, it's like, oh, my God. I still think Houston would have won with a healthy Chris Paul last year. It's not. I don't think they'd win even with KD this year. I'm not saying it's guaranteed they win, but he's what makes them the favorites all the time. But even without him, it's not like they can't win a championship. They have the 2 guys who revolutionized the era in Steph and Dre, and Dre's playing out of his mind. And by the way, they also have Klay Thompson, who's an all-world defender and one of the greatest shooters who ever lived. And they also have Andre Iguodala, the unsung hero of this entire era, who was Kawhi Leonard sort of before there was a Kawhi Leonard. So it's he's a luxury, Stephen A. KD is a luxury.
You know what? As much as I don't feeling like I'm in grad school listening to you, I'm going to ask you this question anyway at my own peril. How is it that you are a luxury? A luxury. Yet still an underdog, or still somebody that's going to lose the next round. Go ahead. Hold on.
Oh, my God. I really do have a giant head. Look at my glasses on
Do we have a whiteboard?
Oh, my God.
You don't need the whiteboard. The glasses are good enough.
They're good enough?
The glasses are good enough.
I mean,
Professor Kellerman, I'm trying to understand. I understand your point about the Portland series. Don't get me wrong. But I don't understand how he's a luxury no matter what because of what Golden State has, when you still have them losing in the NBA Finals.
Well, Stephen A. Smith, that is an excellent question.
Thank you. Please
and
explain.
I think they should change your name to Stephen A. plus Smith for that question.
Yes, sir.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
It is a luxury. luxury.
Go ahead.
It is a luxury because there's still a powerhouse without him. They still could win a championship without him. Let's say you play 3 or 4 years and you're in 2 finals and win a championship.
That's not my question. I understand that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I understand someone else that's just on the outside looking in and hasn't made a prediction. But I'm saying Max Kellerman says, even with KD, you're still losing. So how is he a luxury?
Let me ask you another.
That's my
point. Let me turn the question around.
Sure.
How is he a necessity if I believe they lose with him too?
No. Well, I'm saying it. No, you didn't say he was a necessity. What I'm saying is he's a necessity for me because I don't believe Golden State can win against Milwaukee without him. That's why he's my necessity for the finals. But you're saying, with or without him, the Golden State Warriors are going to lose to Milwaukee.
It will be harder for Milwaukee to beat the Warriors if the Warriors have KD.
Yeah, I understand.
Any team that ever existed, if you add KD, they just got better. Of course, I'm not even debating that.
I'm saying
they have it in them to win a championship without him.
I guess what I'm saying is he's more of a necessity against Milwaukee than a luxury. That's all I'm trying to say.
How about he was a luxury and now he's a necessity?
Okay.
KD can ball. How's
Once
that?
the finals come.
KD
Yeah,
can
that's
ball.
what I mean. Was a luxury. Now
once it comes.
Yeah, obviously he's not even playing.
Once it comes, yes.
Come on, party people.
You really think those glasses on me
Put
make
them on
you
again.
think you have a giant head?
Well, I have a big head, but you just confirmed it. So if you could put them on again.
I think I look professorial.
No,
in these glasses.
really put them on, though. Could we get the tight shot?
Well, congratulations. I wish I had a bigger head.
No one was going to get the tight shot,
No,
clearly. All right.
let me
I wanted them to get close up. Let me see. Oh, my God. I have a bunch of other styles. I can't even handle it.